Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. We are just hours away from the national election, and suddenly there is so much going on, so much news, it is impossible to metabolize. Claims and slogans and rumors coming in from every direction. Been online recently, checked your phone. It's overwhelming. We're going to have the very latest news throughout the hour tonight. We want to begin a different way. We want to begin this show with a single image. Now, the image doesn't tell you who's going to win or lose tomorrow. Instead, it's a metaphor for the election itself and for the moment that we're living in and will continue to live in. The picture is from a town called Butler, Pennsylvania. It's 35 miles north of Pittsburgh. The president held a rally there over the weekend. Butler's like a lot of places you'll find in this country once you head inland from the coasts. It's a former industrial town. They made Pullman rail cars there for many years. But it's been losing population for decades. There's still a lot of nice people in Butler. For 60 grand, you can buy a decent house there. It's a place you might be happy in. But our professional class is not impressed by Butler. They don't consider Butler, Pennsylvania, or places like it, the future. To them, places like Butler are embarrassing relics of a past best forgotten. The men of Butler may have built this country, and they did, but they mean nothing to our leaders now. You can be certain of that because when large numbers of people in Butler started killing themselves with narcotics, no one in Washington or New York or Los Angeles said a word about it. And so it continued. There have now been so many opioid deaths in Butler that a few years ago residents built an overdose memorial in the middle of town. MSNBC didn't cover that. So given all of that, it was interesting how the people around Butler feel about Donald Trump. Here are the pictures of the president's rally there on Saturday night. Tens of thousands of people came. So many people that the crowd obscured the horizon. It looked like a visit from the Pope. When was the last time a political speech drew that many people? Well, the media didn't ask. Instead, they attacked the rally as a super spreader event. Trump endangers thousands in Pennsylvania. Okay, we'll leave the epidemiology to CNN. But the question still hung in the air. Why did all those people come? Why? They must have known that Donald Trump is the most evil man who's ever lived. They've heard that every day for 5 years. They know that people who support Donald Trump are also evil. They're bigots, they're morons, they're racist cult members. They know that Americans have been fired from their jobs for supporting Donald Trump. Not to mention kicked off social media, belittled by their kids' teachers, shunned by decent society. Only losers and freaks support Donald Trump. People in Butler knew all of that. But on Saturday, they went to the Donald Trump rally anyway. Why exactly did they do that? We should be pondering that question deeply as we watch tomorrow's returns and as we live through the aftermath of them. Millions of Americans sincerely love Donald Trump. They love him in spite of everything they've heard. They love him often in spite of himself. They're not deluded. They know exactly who Trump is. They love him anyway. They love Donald Trump because no one else loves them. The country they built, the country their ancestors fought for over hundreds of years, has left them to die in their unfashionable little towns, mocked and despised by the sneering half-wits with finance degrees but no actual skills who seem to run everything all of a sudden. Whatever Donald Trump's faults, he is better than the rest of the people in charge. At least he doesn't hate them for their weakness. Donald Trump, in other words, is and has always been a living indictment of the people who run this country. That was true 4 years ago when Trump came out of nowhere to win the presidency, and it's every bit as true right now. Maybe even more true than it's ever been. And it will remain true, regardless of whether Donald Trump wins re-election. Trump rose because they failed. It's as simple as that. If the people in charge had done a halfway decent job with the country they inherited, if they'd cared about anything other than themselves, even for just a moment, Donald Trump would still be hosting Celebrity Apprentice. But they didn't. Instead, they were incompetent and narcissistic and cruel and relentlessly dishonest. They wrecked what they didn't build. They lied about it. They hurt anyone who told the truth about what they were doing. That's true. We watched. America is still a great country, the best in the world, but our ruling class is disgusting. A vote for Trump is a vote against them. That's what's going on in that picture. That's what's going on in this country.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The world is still shaking from the earthquake that happened last night when the most powerful and watched man in all of cable news was fired by Fox News, somebody who was beloved, somebody who defied gravity in a dying industry. Tucker Carlson, of course, let go by Fox. And that monologue, which was the last monologue that Tucker Carlson had before the 2020 election, sort of belies why he was let go. Tucker Carlson was too popular. Tucker Carlson was a populist. Tucker Carlson listened to the people, and the people listened to him. People didn't watch Tucker Carlson because he was on Fox News. They didn't watch Tucker Carlson because he had the coveted 8 p.m. time slot. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. People didn't watch Tucker Carlson because of glossy, expensive, Madison Avenue advertising campaigns, the best that Fox could buy. They watched Tucker Carlson because they were ravenous, starving for truth. They watched Tucker Carlson because they needed the truth and because Tucker Carlson spoke it. And the truth shall set you free. And so they'll continue to watch Tucker Carlson for that same truth. That was the most poignant and impressive and predictive monologue that you could have possibly had before the 2020 election. And wow, how the country has changed since. And now there is no more Tucker Carlson tonight. Tucker doesn't have that same platform, and we hope he builds a much bigger one. Certainly looks like it. Certainly looks like Tucker Carlson is, his time slot is not going to go back to anything successful or important for Fox News. Brian Kilmeade was tweeting about hosting in that position and got just completely ratioed into oblivion. This is the actual deleted tweet. He was forced to delete this tweet effectively after this absolutely astronomical ratio, like an 11-to-1, just nuclear ratio. People saying they're never going to watch again. You suck, boring. This is the only replacement for Tucker, and make it last forever. Your show is Bud Light to me. All the laughs. Yeah. Yep. That's right. Why'd you delete the last tweet that said special announcement? So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Good riddance, as far as I'm concerned. Good riddance as far as the show itself, the news slot, and if you F around, you do indeed find out, especially in these eras. Tucker Carlson defied gravity by bringing in young people. You can see that in the data. Bringing in massive audiences that were triple, quadruple, sextuple. If you're looking over at CNN, 6x the viewership. And he did so by speaking truth. And he did so by speaking truth with people like Donald Trump, who was one of Tucker Carlson's very last guests on his program. Elon Musk and Donald Trump got exclusive interviews, as though Tucker knew exactly what was about to happen to him. And he did, I think. I think Tucker knew he wasn't long for this world, and that's a really bad thing, because he truly was a generational talent, and he truly did call balls and strikes in a time when we need truth more than propaganda, more than ever before in American history. We will all miss Tucker Carlson, but of course we will follow him where he goes, and so stay tuned. We're very excited for the future for Tucker. I think he's just getting started. It's your boy Benny. Thank you for watching. This is how we save America. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya. Thank you for watching. Our channel's here to meme the libs until they cry, and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, base patriots.